You've seen it in the news, now coming to the big screen. Two films
Hollywood's
on Madoff.
connection to Bernie Madoff. Of course, you know him as the reviled Wall Street greed monger who was allegedly the mastermind behind a $65 billion scam that ruined people's lives. Well, now Hollywood wants to tell that story. And while lots of actors are auditioning, don't look for Kevin Bacon to be on that queue or for Steven Spielberg to direct. They are just a few of the high-profile stars reportedly ripped off by Madoff.
I'm Bernie Madoff.
The feature film, Madoff with America, is due to come out August 17th, 2009.
I'm Bernie Madoff, and you're not.
These are some of the secrets to searching for a star. Watch as producer Edmund Drouillet relentlessly looks for that fatal combination of superficial charm and unbridled greed.
We trade $1 trillion a year.
This guy's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, okay? So you're Hyde right now. Let's go ahead and take it from the top, a little slimier.
One day we do $1 trillion. You know, we're just one company.
As far as casting, of course, you know, ideally I'd love to have Dustin Hoffman to play Madoff.
Shooting on the Madoff movie is about to begin in New York, Aspen, London, and Switzerland. For more info, check out MadoffWithAmerica.com. Actor John Malkovich and Hollywood legend Zsa Zsa Gabor are also among the many well-known people believed to be defrauded by Madoff. Not a very popular guy.
And after pleading guilty to bilking investors out of billions of dollars. Plans are underway to bring the Madoff scandal to the silver screen. Ted White caught up with crews from a Los Angeles production company.
3 months ago, if you Googled Madoff movie, there were no references. Now there's over 7 million references. And Madoff with America, and the documentary Satan of Wall Street are the only 2 movies being made.
We're in Palm Beach County shooting video for the movie. Ted?
The man behind the project says his goal is to release the film later this year. But for now, there is plenty of work to be done, especially talking to the people who fell for the scam of the decade.
I love the shoot here.
Edmund Drouillet is executive producer of LA-based Dragon Lion Media. He and his staff arrived in West Palm Beach on Tuesday. They're on a mission to tell the story of Madoff's mess on the big screen. Drouillet says he plans to turn it into a major feature film and documentary.
Well, I'm doing 2 projects. I'm doing Madoff with America, and I'm doing Satan of Wall Street, which is how he's been labeled in the media. I have about 6 interviews today, then dinner with some people.
The crew plans to shoot a handful of locations on Palm Beach, including Madoff's mansion, which was recently seized by U.S. Marshals.
This is a very important part of history. I think there's something really incredible that went on here and is going on here. I think it's much deeper than we see now on the surface. I think that this story is going to continue to evolve.
For Drouillet, it's a story that hits too close to home. He says his own father lost half of his retirement with Madoff. He says he's also interviewed victims who live in Aspen, Colorado, and New York.
It makes for a good movie. I want to do a very accurate, positive spin on this. I want it to be done right, and so that's why I took the responsibility of doing it.
Drouillet says he plans to show a shorter version at the Cannes Film Festival next month. He hopes for it to hit theaters by mid-August.
Great Hollywood plot. Wealth, power, and corruption set against the perfect backdrop, Palm Beach.
Well, I'm blown away. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde is kind of the way I see him.
In the past 4 days, Hollywood film director Edmund Drouillet says he's landed interviews with several people from Madoff's inner circle. Country club friends, business associates, even neighbors. Surprisingly, many are willing to talk.
I don't want to, slander anyone. I think there's enough out there to do a really good job.
And people like longtime Palm Beach Country Club member Thomas Greenbaum are a reason why.
The after effect is what I'm more involved with, concerned with, upset with.
Greenbaum told Drouillet he's disgusted by Madoff and the black spot his scandal has put on Palm Beach. Still, he says, everyone he knows will be itching to see this movie.
There will be a plethora of people who were involved, semi-involved, hardly involved, or not involved, who will be interested.
While Madoff had many acquaintances, the production crew has found he had very few close friends. Perhaps that's because he had so much to hide.
Drouillet's hope is to bring even more of Madoff's life to the public than has already been exposed.
I think there's probably an upbeat side to this also. He's a human being, and I think it's very interesting. I'm still doing a lot of research.
And the name of the movie is called Made Off with America. That's Made, M-A-D-E, Off with America. A catchy and many would agree accurate play on Madoff's name. The crew will be here until Saturday. No date on when this film will hit the big screen. Live in the news.
Hello, Sharon? It's amazing how this guy could take advantage of such innocent people. We had Sharon Lassar, the L'Oreal model and legs pantyhose model.
To you, and I've talked to a lot of victims, and it's really horrible, and if I can do anything...
I unfortunately put my whole life savings from modeling into Bernard Madoff Investments as late as November 4th, and I was totally wiped out. And on November 24th, I wrote a letter because I thought, oh my God, you don't put all your eggs in one basket, and I thought, what have I done?
So this, you would tell me about the film that was made.
Boiler Room.
Yeah, can you tell me from the beginning? You would tell me earlier it was fantastic. Can you tell me a little more? Just like you were telling me.
They did it in Boiler Room in such a small way. I mean, the guys in Boiler Room.
And then an amazing guy, Sean Nestor, was actually the guy that Boiler Room was made on. Ben Affleck played his role in the movie.
The way they portrayed them were as simpletons.
You do with the money?
You'll never find it. Believe me. Since I didn't steal it, how are you going to find it?
You're really innocent. You're really
of course I'm innocent.
Why do you think people are so angry?
They don't understand. You know, it's like Wall Street. People don't understand it. They take risks, they lose their money, they have to blame somebody.